Hi there, beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. Today we're going to do a WTF Wednesday video. So thank you guys for being here. Click that subscribe button, like the video, and let's go. Hi everyone, I missed y'all. I know I've been reading your comments. I know that you guys have been missing me, wondering where is she at? Is she okay? We are okay. Just rest assured, we're okay. I did cut my finger pretty bad. It looks really good right now. I mean, maybe if you can see it from an angle, a direction, you can see the lump of scar tissue I've got going on right now. But yeah, and your pinky skin is very thin as it is, so it was stitches worthy, but I did not get stitches. I used some things that actually pull the skin together and let it heal on its own that way, so that's what I did. And it looks pretty decent. It looks the best that it's looked in a while. So I'm sure you're curious what in the world happened. And my hubby does not want me to tell this story because he thinks that it says something about us as a family, and it doesn't. I don't think so. I think this is a problem that a lot of people deal with. But a couple of weeks ago when we had a lot of rain, if you guys will recall, when a big storm moved over the southern part of the United States, we had a lot of rain, days of rain. And unfortunately, that drove all of the ants that apparently live in our entire county into our home. We were bombarded. We were invaded. We did not have our borders secure. It was so bad. We were getting ant trails and infestations in some of the most random places, like in our laundry room, on my desk here, like so many different random places in our bathrooms, in our showers, like they were coming out of the walls. It was crazy. When they infested my desk, I had so many ants here. It was unreal. And we got some stuff from my brother who works in the pest control industry. But the thing with this stuff is you can't use Raid. You have to put the gel down, and the ants are attracted to it. Then they take that gel back to their home base and it kills them all. That means you have to leave the ants alive so that they can do that process. So that meant leaving a bunch of ants on my desk alive for days. So obviously I couldn't film in here, and I don't really have another place in my home that I could have filmed. So that took care of me not being able to film for a few days in the beginning. I started getting very frustrated, and I'm sure you're curious how this ties into me cutting my finger open. It does, I promise. But I started getting frustrated because it was Valentine's. I had gotten some Valentine's candy. I think that's what drew them to this desk, because they were all in my Valentine's candy. I was very sad, very frustrated, but we did the gel. And for 3 full days, I just sat here and watched all these ants, and it just seemed like they kept getting more and more. Like, this desk was covered. It felt weird going to sleep, because this is my bedroom, knowing that there was gobs of ants like on my desk. It just was bothersome. So after day 3, I started getting a little frustrated with them, and I came in here and I was just watching them, and I got mad. And so I just started pounding them like this and just killing them. And in my frustration of doing that, I slammed my fist into this rock right here. And this rock, if you can't tell, has lots of edges and sharp sides. And trust me when I say the rock won. It don't punch a rock on accident. I don't suggest it. So needless to say, I've now been killing a bunch of ants. I had ant carcasses everywhere, and I slammed my finger in here. I'm bleeding all over the place. Like, it is gushing blood everywhere. It was a mess. So I handled that. I had to determine if I needed to go get stitches or not. I was able to stop the flow of bleeding, so I decided to just try and deal with it on my own. My hubby works in the medical community, so we do have a ton of just first aid things here, including butterfly enclosures and things like that. So that's what I ended up using, and it worked well. So that's the story of how that happened. My hubby did not want me to tell you guys this story, and I'm sure if he's watching this now, I'm going to hear about it. But he felt like the ant infestation meant that we were just dirty people. And I'm like, honey, everybody in the world, I think, has to deal with an ant infestation at one point or another as a homeowner or just as a person living. So I personally don't think that it speaks volumes to our cleanliness. I think that it just was a bunch of rain culminating, and they were seeking a place of shelter, and they found our home. So that's my theory. That's what I'm sticking to. How have you guys been? I've missed y'all. After I've split my finger open and had to deal with it healing, and it was extremely painful. I actually thought I broke my finger, the bone of my finger for the longest time. But after it healed quite a bit, I then got sick with a stomach bug. I guess there's a stomach bug going around, and I got it. I am no exception to that. I was on the toilet for days and days, just dealing with that stomach bug. So I'm all better now. It took a while, but here I am. And then I have to say that, like, after having so much time off and feeling overwhelmed, knowing that I was so behind, I was really concerned on how I was going to get myself kickstarted back onto it because I'm so behind. So my hubby gave me some advice and said, instead of just trying to make all these videos or try to put all of this in one video, why don't you just do the past 2 weeks of WTF on your own, fill them in on the basics of that, and then just start fresh and be on, your schedule with Wednesday. And I thought that was a great idea. I don't know why I'm holding off doing those things just so I can do it on film for you guys when I could be doing it and not feeling overwhelmed here. So that is what I've done the past 2 weeks of the WTF Wednesdays that we've missed. I did those on my own, off camera, took care of everything, but I will do just a quick brief overlook of anything that I find important to kind of mention. Otherwise, we're just going to keep moving on so that as if we have not missed anything, which we've missed quite a bit. I have 3 different income streams that came through that I haven't even done anything with, which I can't do anything with until I do this video. So that's what we're going to do. It is going to change up a little bit because I do have to empty out my bills binder as well. It is the end of the month, so I need to put all of that back into the bank for the new month. We did not put all of the bills away for this month because, again, I've not been filming over the past 2 weeks, so all that money is still in my bank account. So I'm going to figure all of that out as we go. You guys will just have to bear with me on this. It's going to be different. With that being said, I know you guys have missed it. Let me go ahead and grab today's prompt card. If you're new to my videos, this is a prompt card. It's basically a conversation starter. So I'll ask and answer the question on the card in this video, and you guys can put your answers in the comments below. Just a little something to help us get to know each other better. So today's prompt card is, have you ever been stalked on social media? Yes, I have. And I had to do a desist letter on a lawyer letterhead to really scare them off. It worked. It wasn't a true lawyer letterhead. It was the impression of. I worded it in a way that it seemed very professional. Basically like a cease and desist, or else, our cyber crimes unit will be involved. We know where you live. So, I was able to get information because I have a family member that was at the time in private investigations, and so I was able to pinpoint exactly who they were, where they lived, who their parents were, all that fun stuff, and use that to my advantage in the letter. So it was enough to scare them off. Never heard from them again. But what about you guys? Have you ever been stalked on social media? Let me know in the comments below. Whew, I felt like that was a lot of talking, and it was. We had a lot to catch up on. I miss you guys so much, but I'm ready to get back on my regular posting schedule and get my life back in order. It just feels chaotic when it's not in order. So if you're new to these type of videos that I make, my channel is primarily based on my cash envelope budgeting journey. So I use the cash envelope system, but this is the real world. We do purchases with other methods and means, like our bank account, our credit card, cash spending in general, all of our bills being on auto pay. All these things have to be tracked so that we can make sure that we're doing this system correctly. You can let your spending get out of hand. I really truly would prefer to buy everything in cash if I could, but it's just not realistic. I mean, if you love Amazon as much as I do, it's just not realistic. So I do have to make concessions when we have to swipe to make purchases. So that is what this is all about, is keeping my accounts on track and making sure we're paying back my bank accounts and my credit cards the way that we should be, so we're not getting into any debt or trouble. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my bank spending. That'll be in black. I do want to say some of these purchases will be coming from the account itself, not the buffer, but just the money that we have in there. So this will be from grocery, which you will notice I'm not going to pull any grocery money because I don't have it. I've not cash stuffed the past 3 income sources, so it's all in the bank. So we are going to calculate it up so that we know how much we've spent, but there's nothing to pull and take back to the bank because it's already there. So it's just to help me track what we've spent, you know, at all, in all ways. So $29.71 was the original cost, so that's 29 cents we're adding to our Save the Change challenge. Also on this day, I did an extra toiletries run. Sometimes I like to go to the dollar store or wherever I can find them, but just to get some decent prices on some toiletries, just stocking up my cabinets, and it needed it. It's been a while since I've done that. So $45.58 was that total, and that was for 42 cents. Then on the 23rd, my hubby went and got a haircut, so this will be coming from our self-care envelope, and that was for $60 even. Haircuts have become so expensive. This is for a man's haircut. What? Actually, I think he did get a shave. Probably included the shave. All right, so I have 2 purchases on the 26th. One, well, both of them are from grocery, but they were at 2 different places. So the first one is going to be for $92 rounded up, and it was originally $91.31, so 69 cents there. And then the second grocery was for $508. That was a big haul. And the original cost was $507.01. So 99 cents there for our Save the Change challenge. And then on the 27th, we did have a home purchase. So this will be coming from home and probably miscellaneous, because I don't think that I have the amount I need in that envelope. This was $33. I bought some water filters for our water purifier thingy. Needed it. All right, so 33 minus... Nope. Yep. Wait, what am I doing? 33 minus 32, 39. So 61 cents there. And then we had our mental health appointment. That's 65. And then one more grocery purchase. This is where we went and got some essentials at a bulk location. So $233 rounded up. and it was $232.77. So 23 cents there. And that will do it for our bank spending. So let's go right into gas spending. Starting on the 23rd, hubby got gas. If you don't know, we have a credit card. It is one of those cashback reward system credit cards. So my hubby uses it just for his gas purchases right now. So 34, and the original cost was $33.33, so 67 cents for change. Again on the 25th, $20, and it was even. On the 26th, $28, and it was $27.01, so 99 cents there. And then on the 27th, $43, and the cost was $42.46. So 54 cents in our Save the Change there. Okay, so that takes care of our bank spending and our credit card spending. I can tell you already we have no cash spending this time because I added it all when I did these right here. I put all the cash spending right there. So that was 3 weeks worth of cash spending, but I just put it all in this one. Just to do a quick overview of the past 2 weeks, we did some grocery hauls. I'd been trying to do a grocery haul each week. Doctor's appointment, hubby got some wood stuff, but nothing too crazy. On this one, I did buy some things for our dogs. So I needed 2 gates, 2 dog gates, and then 2 puppy stairs or pet stairs so that the new Dachshunds can get up and down on the bed with, you know, my daughters. They each have their own baby Dachshund, so that was definitely needed. That total was $255. So that came from our savings. If you don't know, we had made the choice and the decision to use our savings to get the essentials and needs for these 2 new puppies we added to our lives. So that is that. We're taken care of with our bank spending, our credit card spending. Cash spending, like I said, is at 0. So let's go ahead and do some adding up here, get it done. For bank spending, we spent a total of $1,067. For credit card spending, we spent a total of $125. And for our Save the Change this week, we're saving $5.43. All right. So next thing I'm going to do is use these squares, put squares on, and we'll come back after I set everything up. All right. So first things to note is that all the groceries I'm going to check off because this money was left in my bank account. So it's just been spent out of that account. I just wanted to account for it here in our spending. So I'm checking off all of the grocery as if we have paid that back. Oh, and also gas. Gas will be the exact same, except I will pull some cash from my back to the bank to put into my gas credit card thing so that it'll make sense in my brain. Okay, so all that money is in the bank account. That is why I am checking it off here, but I just want to account for those expenditures. Okay, so let's go ahead and start removing some other cash. Let's start with my living expenses binder, and we're going to start with extra toiletries. It is $46. I have $20.45 here. I do want to pull some from miscellaneous, so I think that I'm going to pull this 20. Yeah, we'll do this 20 and then 45, and I'm going to put this 20 back. And then for the $1, I'm going to take this from grocery because we do have some ones here. So that should be $46, $20, $45, and $46, which takes care of our extra toiletries. Okay. Next up is self-care, which is here for hubby's haircut. He spent $60, so I need 10 back. Don't have 10. All right. Oh, wait, here. 50, 60. There we go. All right, so that leaves $40 in haircuts. Okay, and then we have home and miscellaneous. So for home, I'm going to take all of this. That's 25. Our goal being 33. So 25. So that leaves $8, which we will pull from miscellaneous here. And that's a 10, so we owe ourselves $2 from that. So 20, 25, 30, 35 there. And then we need $2 in change. And I'll get change. Well, yeah, I only have that one. Okay. And then the next one is mental health, which is in my life maintenance binder. So for mental health, it was 65. So 50, 60, and 5. So that leaves 2 appointments worth, which is perfect. That's where we want to be, 2 appointments ahead, because the next one will be a cash stuffing, which you'll see me put more in there. So, great. Okay, so all I need right now is some change. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And I think the easiest way to do that would be, maybe, we'll see. Let's see, do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 ones here. I'm going to exchange that for one of these $5 bills for now. Alright, so this is our credit card payback, which we'll do in a second. So I'm going to just put this right here for now. Let's go ahead and take $2 for change, which we will put into home. And now we can check that off. So all this means we didn't take anything from account buffer, which is great. In a total, we spent $10.67 in our bank spending and $125 in credit card spending for a total of $1,192 this past week. It's getting expensive to live. All right, so 50s, 20s. I'm going to go ahead and take my thumbnail that I need to take for this video, and then we will put this cash where it goes, and we will get on to the next portion of this video. Alright, with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and put this where it goes. So 125 of that goes to my credit card spending. Basically, all I'm doing is each week I collect what we spent on that credit card that particular week. 125, yeah. And just collect it over the month, and at the end of the month, then I take it out and I go put it back to the bank and I pay off that credit card in full. So we're building our credit and we're earning cash back by doing our normal purchases. So $125, that's what we're adding here. For a total, we should be having, let's find out. We should have 185, 112, 143, and 125. So payment this month is going to be $565. 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 70, 95, 10, 30, 540, 550, 555, 560, 565, 566. Okay, this goes in my back to the bank. Let me calculate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 50, 70, 90, 510, 530, 40, 55, 65. Yep. All right, 565. Okay, and then this is back to the bank. All this is going back to the bank together. It's just 2 different accounts, so I like to keep it separate. This goes back to my spending account, which is our account buffer that allows us to make these purchases each week without having to go to the bank first and depositing the cash first. Alright, so I'll probably repurpose this cash. You'll see it all again because I do have a cash stuffing to do. So I'll just subtract this from what I need to withdraw and reuse it because I will definitely be using those bills. Alright, so there, that takes care of that. Let's go ahead and transfer these numbers over so that we can put this book away, and then we will get to going over our bills. Alright, so February. Trying to get back on track here, guys. Thank you for being patient with me as I worked through some things in life. Bank spending for this particular week was $1,067, $125 for credit card spending, and $0 for cash. So that is $5.43 we've added to our Save the Change. Let's go ahead and grab those balances. End of the month balance here. So we've spent $3,712 this entire month from our bank account. And then for our credit card, $565. So that is what we're going to be paying. And then $987 for cash spending. And then for a total of our Save the Change, $19.88. So that is just a cute little way to build up my account buffer by not doing anything but rounding up. So I will retire this book for another week. Actually, not another week. I have to plan out March. So we have some stickers to add in here for the next, I think 4 or 5 pages for March. So I'll just put that over here then so that I have it close at hand. Okay, so total spent this month in all the methods, $2,712 and $565 and $987. So $5,264 is what we spent this month, and our total saved $19.88. All right, so we have cleared this month out on our WTF Wednesdays, which feels nice. So let's go ahead and get right into our bills. All right, we did have iCloud come out for 99 cents. Insurance came out. It was substantially higher, $3.76. So we are looking into changing insurance companies. I don't know that it's going to help. I've heard that insurance companies are skyrocketing right now. So we are in talks with our broker person, and we'll see. $9.99 for Discord, and then Central Georgia, which is our electricity, was $153.10. A slight rise. Prime time, the Amazon Prime that did come out. I don't know why I didn't have it written, but it did. All right, so that is it for all the bills. All the bills for this month have come out, which is nice. Actually, we do have Verizon and the truck payment here. So what I'm going to do, because they tricked me by having this come out twice in January, I'm just going to empty these, have them blank for, well, I'll leave the truck because the truck is the same, and I can find out how much this will be even though it hasn't come out yet. Let me find that out really quick. Alright, so it's the same amount, $322.45, and for it says March 1st, but it'll probably do March 1st and end of the March one again. I'm not going to be fooled again. Alright, so that did come out. Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to change this up just a little bit than our regular end of the month WTF Wednesday, because I've not been able to cash stuff. So I only have half of these, well, not even half. I only have these bills put in here These bills are not. So based on what I would have put on here, I know this is a hot mess, but I'm reading it, okay? Based on what I would have put on here is what we were going to do, okay? So if there's extra, it's still going to go to the buffer. If there's not extra, and we need to pay, we'll still take it from the buffer. Like, it's going to be as if it's here. It's just in the bank, okay? So bear with me. We're going to do this a little differently. So let me grab my orange, since that seems to be the color of choice for this part. We'll start at the top, $322.45 for cellular. Between myself, which is $170 and $170, and then, oops, and then my daughters each contribute $10 a piece to theirs. So that is $360 in total that I have saved for Verizon. So it was a total of $323. So minus $323, that means $37 of that needs to go as towards our buffer. So let me grab a little notepad here, just so that I can have that written down. 37 Verizon. Okay. So that's what we'll do on that. I'll take what's in here, which is 150, 170, and then my daughter's 210s. So I'll take all of this out, and then the other half, that 170, is in my bank account already. But we do need $37 in change. So $20.35. I don't know what I have in the way of ones here, but if I did 40, 20, 30, 35, 40, then I would need $3 back, which I have. So $3 there. So this is going to be going into my buffer. I'm going to keep it separate for now, just so that we can keep account of how much, you know. Yeah. Okay, so that'll go there. This will go here. This goes to the bank for Verizon. All right, so we'll say that that one is paid, which is nice. Truck is in the bank. It's always done in the bank. I don't deal with that outside of the bank. The gas went up to $166.30, so $167. And for gas, I saved $65. However, gas and electric, I interchange. So for a total of $350 plus $65, I would save $415 between the two. So $415 being saved there, minus the $167, and then the other one being gas and electric. So electric being down here. So $154 is what we're going to subtract there. So that should leave $94 that we have as an overage. I hope that made sense. But my electric and my gas are interchangeable, because when one goes up, the other one goes down, and they fluctuate like that throughout the seasons. So between the two, I like to put the $350 and the $65 for that total, but they can be interchanged when the seasons change. All right, so that takes care of that, but we do need $94 in change, which we'll get hopefully when we empty out another one. But I need to write that down. So we did do the Verizon change there. We need $94 for change here. I only have a good 53. So minus 53, so we still owe $41 towards our buffer. And I'll put this back here until we get some more change that I can do that with. Okay. Moving on, we have Netflix. Netflix, we usually save 23, and that was 23, so we're good. For Prime, we save 30. That would have been what I need to up that to 34. So I need to write that. I need to make that a mental note. right here, right now. This should be 34 because everything wants to go up. Okay, so that should be 34. Actually, I would have put that because I do have that up here on the wall. So 34 is what we would have put in, and so that means we do have both covered. So we have 2 primes. Don't ask. If you know, you know. All right, for mortgage, which we did actually stuff, which is right here. It is $12.82. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 50, 70, 81, and 2, which is perfect. And we owed $41 to our buffer, so 20. Let's do 20. Oh, come on. Really? All right, maybe I can find $9 in here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Still need a 1. All right, so now I owe 1 from here. Okay, there. Now, we're all caught up. This is still our buffer currently. Okay. That took care of the mortgage. Now moving over to Hulu, which we saved for Hulu $100, which would have been fine and perfect. Bank fee, also we saved $5 there, so we're good with that. Studio Paint, we do save $9, so we're good with that. Prime number 2. Oh, I thought that I had. Oh, Spotify. So we have 17 that we save for there, so that's good for that one. All right, YouTube Premium, which would have been on here as well. Where is it at though? YouTube? Oh, here we go. So we have the 14 here, and then my son's YouTube Premium should be in here as well. So we'll put that. It's 15, but I've already given him his change from my buffer, so we take that full 15. That was his, and then mine being in the bank account. All right, water, we would have saved 70. So, does it not? What are you doing with life? Wow. Okay. Okay, so for water, we would have saved 70. It was $96. So I'm gonna have to just up my savings for that. So we owe 26. So 25. Do we have another one? No. Okay. So we still owe $1. I don't know how many ones we have in here. I have 5 ones. Yeah. Let's exchange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have sworn 2. I hope that I did that right. Okay. So $5 there. We needed 26. 15. I think that I did this right. I hope that I did this right. Please tell me I did. Alright, so this 4 goes back in here because we took the 5, which we put there. So that should leave this and this. Hopefully. Hopefully I did that right. It doesn't feel like I did it right. We'll see. Okay. Alright, that was for water. For internet, 107. We usually save, where's my internet? Oh, 105. So we're $2 short there. They went up again. So rude. Alright, so we still owe $2 there. I'll pull it from this buffer. Okay. I need to write that down. This was for internet. If everything could just stop, like stop going up, that would be great. I'm sure everybody in the world feels this way though. All right, iCloud, we would have saved $1, so that was good. For Discord, we would have saved 10, so that was good. For insurance, okay. Insurance, we would have saved 311, which we did, which is right here. But it was now 376, so we owe $65 into here. So 50, 100, so we owe 35 back. 20, 30, 5. And the doggies are going to bark, so 1 second. Okay, so for a total of 20, 30, 45 that we're adding to our buffer, which is not much, not like normal, but that is the nature of the beast that we're calling inflation. Okay, so now our buffer is 1,150, 70, 90, 210, 220, 230, 240, 245, 55, 56, and 57. So 1,257, which is nice. Just a little buffer so that when things are over and we need to pull, we can. So now these are all empty. Yep. And I'm going to take out the credit card as well so that I can deposit that. And then all of this will be added to my back to the bank. But let me make sure that I did this correctly. Let's go ahead and add up what this should be without the truck. So pretty comparable to last month, nothing off, like nothing too bad. So $2,718 there, plus the 9 and the 14 from my son, and the 210, I guess, for my daughters. Nah, we're not gonna do that. All right, so that is a total of 2,741. Okay, so with that being said, insurance we covered. Okay. Obviously a lot of that is in the bank account, but we do have quite a bit here that we're going to be returning to the bank. I thought about counting it all, but it's not going to matter because, you know, it all goes back to the bank anyway, and I will be repurposing all of this cash likely for the cash stuffings. So you guys stay tuned. That is coming probably Friday. I quit making promises anymore just because I know when things come up, I feel so bad. But we'll be depositing all of this along with, well, not depositing, but reusing all of this along with all of this. This is just the past 3 weeks. Yep. So, chances are I'll be repurposing a lot of this, like I said, for that cash stuffing. It is 3 streams of income after all. Of course, not cash stuffing all of it because we did spend quite a bit in groceries. So we'll just cash stuff whatever is left. That's going to be fun, trying to figure out what is left. Alright, so this is going back to my bank, back to my billing, back to my spending account. I'll figure all of that out later. What needs to go to my billing, what needs to go to my spending. But we are done. Donezo. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you missed me. I hope that you're glad I'm back, because I'm glad to be back. I want to be back. I'm ready to get back on track. I feel like when things are not on track, or when I'm not doing these videos, I feel completely off track. I don't like that. So I hope that it inspired you. If you're feeling a little bit in a rut or whatever, know that you are not alone. Me too. It's really hard to feel motivated and inspired when everything is skyrocketing. Like, all my bills have gone up so much in the past year, and groceries and all of that. Like, it's just taking a toll on me, like, mentally. And I'm trying not to let it be, because I want to keep thriving in this chaos. And I am, but I tell you what, when it rains, it pours, and when things are like that, that's when I knew I just needed to step back for a while. So that's what happened. I'm glad you're still here regardless, and thank you for clicking on here and just being with me and being concerned for those of you that were concerned. I appreciate that too. With that being said, I plan to drop another video on Friday. It'll be cash stuffing. I'm going to be cash stuffing 2 full-time paychecks, a Modus paycheck, in addition to my YouTube paycheck. It's going to be all the incomes. Again, not full incomes on the past 3, just because we've spent some. So we'll see how much that ends up being, but we're going to be cash stuffing hopefully on Friday. I'll see you guys then, and as always, until next time, bye.